Another difficult year. This one slightly different to the previous one where we were closed for most of the time. So this one was kind of start and stop. So we didn't start until I think it was beginning of June. And that was with a show called Ellen and Rigby, which was a fabulous show to start with because it was deliberately a small show, so a two-hander because of the whole COVID situation. The audience were socially distanced.
The audience response was incredible. They were desperate to get back here, they were desperate to support us, which was so heartening to see. We opened with 3 shows that were operating at 50% capacity initially. That was Ellen and Rigby, Bouncers and Home Baked. By the time we got round to Bouncers and Home Baked, the capacity had lifted a little bit.
It's been really positive, it's been great to have audiences back, great to have a full run of shows, some of our most popular shows coming back. It's been great to have all the staff back in the building, great to see everyone working all together again.
I'm glad we're here. I think through the pandemic, a lot of people in culture, buildings like this, were worried about what the future held for them. So to come through that, open again last July, and be where we are now, I'm pleased we're here.
We're now seeing people wanting to come back out and take part in projects and programmes and activities, but we're also still seeing a little bit of anxiety, particularly from young people, and stress of exams because they feel like they've not really had the time that they ordinarily would have in the classroom.
So we've been very busy after the opening. We sold over about 30,000 meals during the period. We've had a very busy Christmas period. We were very lucky because we managed to retain a lot of the staff when we reopened. I know there's been a staffing crisis in terms of catering, but because it's such a good place to work, we managed to keep most of our staff. So even though it's been busy, we've managed to cope with it.
Generally, we've retained all of our staff, which has been really difficult, but has been possible with the Culture Recovery Fund money. So there was another third round which we applied for and got towards November, and that was really a result of the government and health authorities realising that there was going to be some issues at Christmas time again. So while we started again in June and we carried on operating, we got up to full capacity again, no social distancing, but we kind of all knew there was something looming towards Christmas time, and indeed that was the case.
You could tell people were still a bit nervous to be coming out, so we tried to make people feel comfortable. If they were a bit nervous, we're still having some measures in place. The audience were all really understanding. When we did have to move people around and cancel shows, we managed to fit everyone back into other dates, which was really good. The staff had to be really flexible with the working times, with shows getting cancelled last minute and stuff, but everyone really worked together to make sure it was a good Christmas.
The way we've been working, we've been able to work more flexibly now, I think. I think we've all learnt lessons from the way we worked during the pandemic. So just things like being able to work from home a little bit more often, even box office staff being able to work from home as well as working in the box office. It's made us all a little bit more flexible and made the working environment a little bit happier. One of the other elements of the Royal Court's response to the pandemic was how we kept in touch with people on our outreach programmes. So the youth theatre, the community choir, the people's players, and the way that the outreach team responded to that and kept in touch with everybody was incredible.
It's been fab in terms of loads of young people want to do something, they just want to get out of the house. So it has been really busy, and the same with the community choir, people's players, so the later life projects, the old people. Just exciting to see them in the building and taking part in activities again. We've probably in the last year worked with over 300 young people from right across the city. Youth theatre is open, it's free to access, there's no waiting list, there's no audition process, and if there are any barriers to access, we will try our best to remove those barriers.
Something else that we tried when we came back from the pandemic was using Courtyard more often, our bar and kitchen next door. It's a great place for your pre-show meals, and we do great business off here and off the Empire and the Playhouse with people coming for a bite to eat before they go off and see the show that they've chosen. We're seeing more and more people try the restaurant out and the bar, enjoying themselves there and wanting to come back.
When we first reopened the Royal Court as a theatre back in 2006, we felt that there was an audience in Liverpool that wasn't being catered for, and our audience want to hear Liverpool voices on stage. So when we're looking for new writing, it has to have some sort of connection, whether it's the characters, the storyline is connected to Liverpool. There needs to be something that makes our audience feel that they're seeing something of themselves and people they know on stage. And that's why a lot of our work is new writing, because that work doesn't really exist. So we have the new writing program, Stage Rise. We commission scripts and we work with writers to try and create that work that our audience will enjoy. And at the same time, trying to improve that quality of work each time we do a play.
Over the last year, we've spent a good time thinking about plans for the future from 2023 onwards, which was the next round of Arts Council funding for national portfolio organisations. We really took a good look at the structure of the theatre and what we needed going forward. So we've restructured the board, which is fantastic. So we've got some great new board members, really keen to take the organisation forward. They're all on board with our mission and values, because that's been really at the centre of everything that we do. We're really excited because it's putting forward a new structure, but it's a really dynamic structure that can make the organisation more resilient going forward. And hopefully we will continue to be funded by the Arts Council. Part of that process has been looking to other theatres in the city and the city region. So we have got together and we have formed with Unity Theatre, Everman Playhouse, the Liverpool City Region Theatre Network. So that is a network of theatres across the region that will look at every aspect of theatre, look at how we can market theatre better, look at how we can generate new audiences for theatre. We are about to look at a pilot scheme for young people that will engage young people from early years right the way through to 25, right across the region in theatre. So all the theatres working together to provide one offering that will hopefully provide access points to young people right across the region, anyone who wants to take part in theatre or get involved. So that's another really good and exciting project.
This year felt like we were recovering from COVID. Next year we're looking forward to being back to the way things were, producing entertainment all year round for the people of Liverpool.